brand for us. Do we want to take a bet on over-under time-wise? I'm thinking 1 minute. Nope. I'm thinking 1 hour and 17 minutes.
I'm going to say 120.
Okay.
Watch it.
Gentlewoman's agreement.
I can't read with my other. Also, I'm sorry. I've got lime juice or margarita tequila or something.
That's okay.
On my finger.
Hey guys, welcome to the actual episode 80
Yep.
of Two Girls Chirping. Yep. Am I a witch? Could be, because there's no other reason for that to have happened last episode.
Yeah, if you missed it, because it wouldn't have been obvious unless you were watching on YouTube. We have been an episode ahead. Granted, last week was the only week that we were an episode ahead. But this is actual episode 80.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
I'm Abby.
I'm Lauren. You know that. We're 80
back.
Episodes in. Potentially 81, potentially 79. Who's to say?
Yeah, and we're back after a week.
And you know who else is back? Cooper, our dog. He tried to die.
Yeah. It was horrible.
hence why we did not record and release an episode last week. But he is alive.
Yeah.
And doing much better. He is now living at our parents' house strictly because we brought, trigger warning, don't listen to this if you don't want sad animal. Strictly because we brought him over there so our parents could say goodbye to him because we all thought that he was going to pass last Friday and go into the big doggy heaven in the sky. But he rallied. You know, one thing about us Mansells, we're puke and ralliers.
I'm not.
I
do not puke and rally.
But he was like, nah, I thought about it, but I ain't gonna die.
Yeah.
So the vet correctly said that he probably wouldn't survive a transition back to our home and to just leave him where he's at right now as long as he's doing well, which he is. So
yeah, and he's
that.
old. He's 13, pretty much 14 at this point.
He'll be 14 if he makes it to November.
Why did I think it was September? Either way.
Because Marlo is September.
Oh, Marlo is September. Yeah, anyways, he's, well, you said it. We literally took him over there because we thought he was going to die. It was horrible. Look. I cried. I told Lauren, and this was the truth, anytime that I was awake, I was crying.
Yeah. I mean, I got the cry of a decade out of me against my will, even.
Dude, we were going through it. Neither one of us was in a good place to record, so we're back this week. Cooper's back, not here, but
you'll never see him again.
You'll never see him again.
But he's fine. We'll let you know if that changes.
Yeah, we will.
Also, hopefully, yeah, it's still.
I miss him so much.
I still catch myself listening for him.
Yeah. I could cry right now. Let's not talk about it.
I mean, you're the one that brought up the sentimental stuff.
I know.
Anyways, probably by next episode,
we'll have a new member of the household. I'm planning on getting
hopefully
a kitten. One of my coworkers works with a rescue center here, and I'm trying to get one tomorrow.
That ain't gonna happen, though.
I don't
but by
think
next
it's gonna
episode.
Happen. I don't think it. Nobody told me that adopting a pet is basically like getting a passport. At least for the 2 shelters nearby, because they're like, have you ever left the country? There's so much.
What circumstances would you ever surrender a dog?
What's your middle name?
Never.
Got you.
Liar. Anyways, let's catch up on
yes.
We're just going to hit the high points of what's happened in the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
PWHL first.
As always. Ladies first.
As always. Ladies first.
I want to address a question that we got on our YouTube channel.
Shout out Tom Dangs.
Yeah, shout out Tom Dangs. I wasn't sure if I should out him or not, but it says it in the thing.
Yeah, it's Tom Dangs. Like, that's one of our guys.
Yeah, that is one of our guys. He was basically asking about what do PWHL players do when they have babies and get pregnant or whatever. Like, do they play through the pregnancy? Do they take the whole 9 months off and then time after? Like, how does that work? And I immediately thought of Kendall Coyne Schofield. The woman that she is. Mm-hmm. She had her son. You might recognize him because he went kind of viral at the Olympics for being so freaking cute. She had her son while she was pregnant with him. She played 3 months into her pregnancy.
Yeah.
Had her baby. 6 weeks later, went back to training on ice, which is insane, and was ready for the inaugural PWHL season. It is also Natalie Spooner had a son in 2002 and went back to on ice trading after 4 weeks, which Natalie Spooner is also mommy. It is ill-advised to play hockey while pregnant because it is a contact sport. But I also feel like there's the people in the PWHL, they're going to do whatever the fuck they want.
Look, women have been having babies successfully for thousands of years. This is the most, sadly, this is the most safe time to have a baby, allegedly, from a medical standpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord knows they're going to regulate. The thing is, no, I'm not going to go on my pregnancy rant and the regulation in this country.
Well, I did look into what is the PWHL's program, like what is their benefits package for it, and in comparison to the U.S., you do not have to pay an employee on their maternity leave. All that is given is you have up to 12 weeks. No. You have 12 weeks of unpaid. Now, a lot of businesses do pay you, but it's not that common. And people, most of the time, I feel like only take 6 to 8 because it's 6 weeks is when kids can go to daycare. And a lot of people don't get paid maternity leave.
Well, now, a lot of people also don't stock up their PH and vacation time.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
You know, people stay out as long as they financially can, which typically puts them like a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
Post delivery, which is insane.
Now, Canada, it is mandatory 15 weeks paid.
Hell yeah, brother.
The PWHL, and I am curious if it changes when they play in Canada, like if you play for a Canadian team, but the PWHL website says they provide 8 weeks paid maternity leave or a full salary for the season, whichever one is cheaper.
Love it.
And for both players who give birth or adopt, which is massive for the adoption. Because a lot of people, if you adopt a baby or any kid, they're like, well, sucks. See you Monday.
You don't even get bereavement, at least at my hospital, unless it is your immediate family. And you have to prove it.
That's crazy. I remember a job that I worked where...
And you get 2 days.
Anytime I was putting in PTO for a doctor's appointment, I had to provide a doctor's excuse.
Which is illegal.
With my own PTO. There's so many places
Which is illegal.
There's so many things at that place that were illegal. They tried to make us work Christmas Day.
You're talking to the wrong girl.
Yeah, you do work a lot of holidays. I am talking to the wrong girl. Anyways, other PWHL stuff.
I hate working Christmas with such a freaking passion. Yeah. You know who I love, though? The PWHL.
I also love the PW.
Let's talk playoffs. Okay. So, the Fleet, Victoire, and Frost are all confirmed now. Mm-hmm. Currently, as of today, the Scepters and the Charge are 1 point apart, vying for that 4th spot.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Who do you think? Who do you think it's going to be? My heart says the Charge.
My heart also says the Charge just because they've been through so much this season. I would love for them to go to playoffs and pop off.
Love an underdog myself.
Now, my fear is... Also, this is not the playoffs episode like I said it was going to be. That's going to be next week.
It's not everyone's confirmed yet.
Yeah, there's
not enough to do a full bracket.
No.
Sorry about that. Got a little ahead of ourselves.
That's my bad. Because the number 1 team in the league at the end of the regular season gets to pick their opponent. So they're going to... Every single season, it has been the lowest ranked team.
It's my favorite form of legal bullying.
Yeah. I just worry that it's going to be Montreal versus the Charge.
But the number 1... I think the Fleet got confirmed around the same time. I think was it the Frost that got confirmed first?
It's not who's confirmed first. It is who has the most points at the end of the season. So they're still...
That's fine. Because they're still neck and neck. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a single bad word to say about my Victoire. If you see us licking the sugar rim off this margarita, mind your business. I don't care. ASMR. Y'all know by now, when we get to drinky, we get to talking.
Which is crazy. Lauren and I talk about this every time we have a drink in an episode. Our episodes where we are drinking are some of our most viewed and most listened to episodes.
Which is crazy. This one's probably going to go Strictly mid. The crowd goes silent.
The crowd goes mid, to quote Rachel, our dear friend.
But, grab a bevy, grab a sweet treat. Let's gab a bit. Speaking of the charge.
Yes.
Did you see about Carla McLeod, the head coach, needing to step away for her breast cancer treatment?
Yes, I did. And, I mean, absolutely, I support it.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Haley.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Shit, yeah. Fuck yeah. Brother. Keep in mind, I've had half a mark. And the time Abby's taken one sip, I'm already halfway done. And that's on older sibling.
Yeah, sorry. I talk a lot.
Haley Irwin. She is that bitch, if you will. Understandably.
Literally every time we talk about a PW player, we're like, they are that bitch. They're mommy.
Anyone other than Britta Carl Salami. And yes,
Salami.
Salami. Because if she doesn't respect other people's rights, I'm not going to respect how her name's supposed to be pronounced.
I want to touch on that in a second, too.
Haley Irwin is the interim coach. Now, you may know her for all of her jewelry, specifically 2 gold medals, one in 2010, where she was also the captain, and then the 2014 Olympics as well. She then won silver at the 2018 Olympics, and then she has 4 silver medals. Yes. And sometimes that word just makes the lisp in me come out a little bit more. But 4 silver, 1 gold from the IIHF World Championship. She played in the CWHL for Montreal and the Charge. I think at the time, they definitely had different names. I want to say it was like the Montreal Stars or something. It was.
Well, yeah, it wasn't the same PW teams that we know.
I can't remember their specific names. Could I Google it? Yes, but that's okay. So she's in charge. She won her first game as the interim head coach. Love to see it.
I do love to see it.
Get it, girl. Speaking of getting it, you know how many people showed up to watch the Fleet beat the Golden Eyes in Edmonton?
Frick ton.
Do you want to go? Give me your best guesstimation. Oh my gosh,
I can't remember, but they sold out. Mm-hmm. It was Toronto versus Ottawa. Is that what the game was?
Nope. This is the Fleet versus Golden Eyes. So Boston versus Vancouver. Are you looking to the heavens?
I'm looking at who said it was Toronto versus. I don't know who said that. It wasn't me. Wasn't it like 13,000 something, or am I thinking of the Madison Square Garden game?
You're thinking of Madison Square Garden. This was 10,974 people. Love to see it. You go, girls.
Absolutely. I love that they're selling out all these arenas.
Me too. The Fleet and Golden Eyes also sold out TD Garden.
Yeah,
Do you want to guess how many people?
I can't remember.
How many seats are in there?
Girl, I've been looking at numbers all day.
Give me your best guesstimation.
11,838.
Higher.
13,800.
Higher.
Oh. 15,800.
Higher.
21,000.
Lower.
I don't like this.
17,850 according to the internet. That's how many seats are in TD Garden.
Yeah.
And I'm just pissed that I'm not one of them.
Me freaking too. I thought about going to the Madison Square Garden game.
Me too, but, I couldn't because school.
I couldn't because I've never traveled alone. I do kind of want to take a trip alone.
So you have a death wish?
Not in the U.S., I don't think. Because
so you want to go to a foreign country?
If I'm taking a trip, I got to get out of this country.
You know where I think I could do like a really good single girls trip?
Portugal.
Ireland was my initial.
Ooh, Scotland or Ireland, just go out in the wilderness.
Sopping wet, hella wind, carb diet, beer, yuck. But
suitcase full of books.
Like a wool sweater, pair of jeans, some boots. That's my vibe.
My thing is, I don't think I would come back.
I mean, we'd have to, legally.
Why?
Because of my kitten. My child. You think I'm leaving my child?
Fair. In this scenario, he was with us.
Okay. He was a very, very brave boy at the vet.
He was a very brave boy. Okay, anyways, back to the PW.
That's all I have for the PW.
I've got some thingies.
Go for
it. The PWHL put out a transgender awareness post, which, period slay. However, they said that they were going to come out with a gender inclusion policy that just has never seen the light of day.
And we're still working on it.
And so the whole comment section was like, Visibility without without a gender inclusion policy is dangerous. Gender inclusion policy, please. It would be so cool if a gender inclusion policy with our graphic this year. And I love that the PWHL is so polite and keeping people accountable.
I love the accountability.
Yeah.
The MNHL could never.
The MNHL could never.
Let's just also take a second for the fact that we both successfully said that. No stutters. MNHL.
MNHL.
You're familiar?
MNHL?
The MNHL?
The MNHL.
The Men's National Hockey League?
MNHL.
Even though it's not national. It's continental. Technically speaking, it should be the MCHL.
The Men's Continental Hockey League.
Exactly.
But, I mean, technically, Canada and U.S. are two separate nations.
Exactly. They're on the same continent. No, it's not national because that's international. Canada's another country. Hence why it's continental. Because we're all in North America.
The Boston Fleet head coach had his son come out, and it was it after game or before game? I don't actually remember the context of it because this was like a week and a half ago.
This was 4 traumas ago, okay?
I have been through a lot in the past 2 weeks.
To quote Ariana, ain't got no tears left to cry.
I truly got to a point where I didn't, and then somehow they were still there.
We low-key, even though it's not scientifically possible, gave ourselves a head cold. So I would say we handled it well.
Literally, we...
You know, like a member of our family that's been around for, half of Abby's life and a little bit more, because I'm old as shit, of mine, we nearly lost him.
It was also just heartbreaking to see.
We don't need to speak on it, though.
Yeah, we don't.
What about this Fleet son?
There's this video in the locker room, and the coach is talking to the team, and his son's there, and says something really cute. I think he was doing the roster.
Adorable.
But in the back, there's a guy drawing on the whiteboard, and he's, like, just writing a note up there. And one of the notes on the whiteboard is milk in fridge. And so everybody in the comment section was like, I want to know more about the milk in this fridge. Mm-hmm. And... can we just discuss the chocolate milk in the fridge? And I just wanted to say it made me giggle, and it brought light to the dark times of the Boston Fleet responding and saying the squad takes their chalky milk very seriously.
I mean, who couldn't? Back before I realized that I was just lactose intolerant, a Great Value quart of chocolate milk hated to see me coming.
A Fairlife?
Hated. A Fairlife. What do y'all know about a chocolate Slim Fast milk combo? Because
that's trauma
Weight
right
Watchers,
there.
The only thing we were watching was my enjoyment because I was not using that as a supplement. I was using that as a sweet treat. What else, P-Dub, do you have?
I only have one more thing. In the Montreal game the other day, the glass cracked.
I did see.
At the bench, the curved glass, it had a crack in it. Mm-hmm. And something it just made me really happy to see Debian, who is the Montreal goaltender.
Girl, you didn't need to tell me. I know her.
I know, but other people might be getting into the P-Dub. Holding the ladder, spotting the ref on the ladder.
Love it.
Made me
That's
very happy.
my goaltender.
Yeah. And that's all I have for the PWHL. MNHL, question mark?
Yeah. Let me go first.
Okay.
Tortorella's back, motherfucker. We can't get rid of this guy. There's nothing that the MHL loves more than a toxic man. They just keep bringing him back.
At least he's at the toxic team from hell.
He is literally, I don't want to say Darth Vader because I don't want to speak too ill, but like he is not a Darth Vader. Like he does not have that aura. You're being so weird about this sugar rim. Anyways, he's back as the head coach of Vegas. What the fuck ever. Kick rocks, die in a hole, surrounded by scorpions. Who cares?
Who I ignore at a team that I ignore. So whatever.
Exactly. Hear no evil, see no evil. Now, they were getting glazed because they were like, oh my God, they've won every game since Tortorella's been back. Well, the Kraken beat them last night, so kick rocks. Kick rocks. Patrick Kane, my love. That's the only sad note I had. Patrick Kane, he's the American all-time leading scorer with 1,399 points.
Period.
Keep in mind, he's only played 1,366 games. Now I was like, wow, he's so good. Like, glaze him. And then I looked up Wayne Gretzky's stats, and I was like, I'm going to shut the fuck up. But he is, like, our guy. Like, he's our guy. I hold my Blackhawks in a very special place in my heart. Yeah. Me and Tom Dings, holding it down.
I made myself giggle because, can I read my note?
Yeah.
You've heard of the PWHL Takeover Tour. Welcome to the NHL Turnover Tour. And then I've listed all of the people that have gotten fired. I really only listed 3 because
speak on them.
They're the only 3 I really care about. The Islanders have fired Patrick Waugh as head coach,
which I'm taking personally.
And they hired Pete DeBoer. I understand. The previous seasons, the Islanders have been shit. But they're actually gaining momentum.
They were actually building something.
They're building something this season. And yes, a lot of that is contributed to Matthew Schaefer.
Yeah.
But it seems weird. We know how I feel about Patrick Waugh. I don't know how could you do this to my Shayla?
Look.
And Pete DeBoer?
I am a Habs fan, so if you do something to hurt Patrick Waugh, it is on site.
Maybe the Habs will hire
him. And then, who is it, like, Cerdavelli? Who's that guy who got into a Twitter war with Michael Bublé?
Oh my gosh, I can see his face.
At his big age of 37, too, no less. Fuck that guy. Me and Tom Dings were talking about him. Let me see really, really quick if I can find it.
Like Mike something. No, it's definitely not.
Saravelli.
Yeah, Saravelli.
Frank. No.
Frank. Oh.
Yeah, it was Frank. Frank. He was out here. He was out here saying some bullshit about how, like, Patrick Waugh just loves to talk about all his cups that he's won and blah, 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 blah.
Spoken and then by someone who's never won.
The players didn't like it. They didn't like that Patrick Waugh, who is Patrick fucking Waugh, was talking about his cup history. And then Matt Barzal, who is my morally gray character, he flat out came to the press the next day and was like, I mean, that's just bullshit. Like, we love Patrick Waugh, and we loved his stories.
Patrick Waugh.
Of course we want to hear. He knows what it takes.
He's bragging about his Stanley Cup wins. And what do you have? That actually...
Meanwhile, you're a 37-year-old that looks 62 and in poor health.
Getting in Twitter fights with Michael Bublé, granted, that was entertaining as hell. And thank you for that.
He was also wrong then, too.
More turnovers in the the MNHL.
Exactly.
The Seattle president, Ron Francis, is stepping down at the end of the season. I'm not too shocked at that.
I did see that. Let me take that off my list to speak on. I'm not shocked about it either. But they are having a much better season than last season.
They are. It's true. There's definitely some room for improvement.
Yeah, for all of us, except the Colorado Avalanche, who is literally the best.
They've already secured the president's
stacked team final boss, Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah, it's true. And the last turnover that I have is Toronto parting ways with their general manager, Brad Treliving.
That's like when celebrities say that they are going to co-parent. I'm like, just say you're getting a divorce. No one cares.
That's like when
we don't need that flowery language. They're fired.
It's like when you get an email at work that's like, we have decided to
we decided to move in a different direction.
I'm like, so you were given the ultimatum, get fired,
move in this direction,
or step down.
Straight down to hell.
Granted, Toronto, yeah,
that's
needed. That I would suggest more.
Look, man, one thing about Toronto, they're going to bully a star player out of town. And then when they're even worse after they leave, they're going to be like, oh my God, who could have seen this coming?
Yeah.
Like, just, they're always on some bullshit talking about how their culture needs to change. Everything needs to change. Everything except the Nylander line needs to change. John can stay. John Travers, if you will. And then Matthew Nyes can stay. Everyone else needs to go.
Yeah. I agree fully.
I'm sorry. That's my hot take.
No, I agree. Austin Matthews does not need to be captain.
The only thing Austin Matthews should be worried about is booking his trip to Turkey to address that hairline.
I will stay in the Austin Matthews has not lived up to the hype.
No.
He is good. I understand that. But is he a leader? I do not think so.
And that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. If they're entitled to be allowed to laugh at women, I'm entitled to say that they have big fucking foreheads and are losers.
Yeah,
that's my truth. That's my truth.
If 4 people can do a Nazi salute and only 1 gets banned, I can say that Austin Matthews didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah. And that's just a little bit about me.
Which, if you missed it, that's another one of my notes, and then I'll let you do your thing.
Because that was also on mine, so just speak on it.
There were 4, probably mid-20-year-old.
20 to 30s, easy. They were mid-20s.
They looked like fresh out of college, or...
No, they have 401ks, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, old enough to know better.
Yeah, there were 4 fans at a Dallas Stars game that were doing the Nazi salute.
On camera, too, mind you.
Multiple times. There are multiple photos, and fans were calling for action to be taken, obviously, because that is just not okay. Especially, it's not okay, period. Unfortunately, where the U.S. stands right now, people are more okay with it. But the Dallas, I do not associate with those people. Fuck you. Anyways, the Dallas Stars said we're investigating it. Well, then they came back.
They said we are on the case, besties.
And then they came back and they banned the person who bought the tickets, because one person bought all 4 tickets. I'm not satisfied with that.
They did say, like, they did out them a little bit. They were like, it was an American Airlines Center fan. And I'm like, oh, that's right. Disparage that whole company while we're at it.
If you can trace back.
Look, man, if I can find some random stranger's home address, you can definitely identify me. If you need my help, let me know, because I can certainly help you.
Are you kidding me? Their faces are very clear in the photos. Mm-hmm. So if you found the buyer, I am sure you can
look at his Instagram.
I am sure you can find out who the other people are. I could find out. One time, Lauren found who owned a car based on the license plate because she thought he was cute. You remember that, actually?
That's not even legal information for me to have found.
It's not. Allegedly.
It took me less than an hour, mind you.
Yeah. I think it was like 10 minutes.
Keep in mind, we were in an arena that had thousands of people in it.
Yeah.
And I hope he's doing well with that face card.
That face card, yeah. He's probably got no personality, but that's fine. People that good looking don't have personalities.
I mean, he was like an Alabama 7, you know? That's like a...
In my head, and maybe it was the age at the time, I was like, he's so hot.
He was pretty, but like...
Any hoodle, sorry, I got us on that tangent. Any hoodle, they should have banned all the fans. I think that there's very easy ways that they could have found out who they all are and done it. But hey, what do I know?
They're cowards.
Because what's going to stop one of them from buying 4 more tickets for all the same guys?
I can only hope, because their faces are identifiable, I can only hope that the people in their lives, and also complete strangers, have made their lives a living hell. Because that's what you deserve.
Yep.
And I believe in... the energy that you put out is the energy you receive, so...
Yep.
Enjoy your Crohn's disease.
Ooh. Okay. Moving on.
Everything else I have is pretty much... I mean, well, the Devils GM got fired. Shocker. They didn't make playoffs. Sheldon O'Keefe is under review at the end of the season. He basically was like, yeah, I mean... we didn't deliver. Like, of course I'm under review. Yeah. That's my job, is to make sure that they make playoffs or win a cup. Like, duh. And that's why he's one of my favorite divas.
No, I like Sheldon Keefe.
Also, Nico Hischier basically said verbatim that he was leaving the Devils. Now, did he say that with his words? No. But it was in the innuendo. He said, my contract is through next year, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Which, they ain't doing shit. And can I just say, it is the... fallout from the Olympics. It's the curse that I put on the Hughes brothers. It's not taking effect yet in Quinn. And then, like, Luke Hughes, of course, because why would they be healthy? They said, just take a little respite, take a little hiatus, go get that surgery you need again. God almighty, he is very flexible. Well, he's not flexible, he's fragile.
Yeah, I had a note. Is Nico Hischier leaving Jersey?
I hope he does. Come to one of my teams.
I think it will be very dependent on how they perform next year.
which I hope is shit. Also, people were alluding to the fact that the entire team hates Dougie Hamilton, and I just need someone to confirm that with me.
Did you?
Dougie, close your ears. What's the problem? Someone tell me.
What is the problem?
Because as far as I know, he's not the problem. It's a collective.
Speaking of problems, Kirby Dach, injury alert.
Our favorite. He loves Owen Tomarmar.
He took a hit by Brad Marchand, and he also then had to take 5 stitches to the eyelid.
Imagine getting hit by Brad Marchand that hard.
The thing is,
you get injured.
Brad's not tall, and Kirby's not short. Why am I using their first names? I don't know. Did it feel odd? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I agree. So good news. Slav got 30 goals.
Yes.
Cole Caulfield got 50.
Yeah, he did.
Ay. And did you see the new Zamoth that Utah revealed? Because I love it.
Yes.
I love it so much.
It's a reconstructed one from the 2002 Olympics.
I'm obsessed with it.
Or repurposed, not reconstructed, which I love. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Exactly.
And they made it into a mammoth.
And it's a sick mammoth.
And I stand by, the mammoths might not be great. Granted, they made the playoffs this time for the first time in franchise history.
I was about to say, they're really on.
Which it's only their second season, but still.
And we love to see it.
Honestly, they're killing it this season. Ooh. Knock on wood. But their media is incredible.
I just like to see the social admin girls get rewarded.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like that team has really good vibes.
They do. I agree.
I also really wish against all odds that the Kraken would be better.
Me too.
They are having, I think, yeah, they're 33 wins right now. They're having a much better season than last season, if memory serves, which it frequently does not. So don't quote me on that.
The Seattle Kraken and Utah Mammoth have such good vibes that I would consider moving to those cities.
Utah? Not moving to a desert.
I'm not going to. I also feel like I'd probably get depressed living in Seattle, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I wanted to.
You're someone who needs the sun. I need the rain.
I really wanted to move to Seattle when I graduated college. But
if anyone lives in Seattle, let us know, because their crime reports look like they've got a real problem. But if that's not the case, let us know.
Yeah. There's crime everywhere.
You know what is a crime?
What?
Not the fact that the Avs are the Central Division champs. Who saw that coming? Everyone.
They're not only the Central Division champs, they've already secured the President's Trophy.
Exactly.
Which is the best team in the league this season.
And no one's surprised.
The way that they secured the President's Trophy, there's no way they're winning the cup.
How dare you?
I fully believe that.
I'm not willing to get on board that.
Okay.
The Canes are also the Metro Division champs.
They are.
To see it. For some reason, I think that we're going to beat the conference curse this season. You know, and Jesus, from my mouth to his ears, you know.
Picture me.
I just feel good about it.
Keep in mind,
I love an underdog.
I wish that the Avs could meet. Oh, wait, they might. Picture this. Stanley Cup Final Series, the Avs versus Carolina.
Absolutely not. We would get demolished.
But then Brent Burns would be able to win a cup.
I don't want to see Brent Burns go up against the Canes. You know, I don't want to feel conflicted at all in my heart. I want to fully be rooting for one team.
That's very fair. Okay. Wilmac Book Club. Have you seen this?
I have, and my only thought on it is, what book are they possibly reading?
So Will Smith, hockey, in an interview was asked what book they were reading, and he wouldn't say the name, but he said that a movie recently came out about it.
I've seen the speculation that it's Project Hail Mary.
I think it's Project Hail Mary, which I read the book, great book. I watched the movie, great movie. Are they completely different? Pretty much, yeah. But in their separate entities, they're really good.
Either that or Hunger Games, you know.
There's not a new movie that just came out? Well, I guess
there's one coming out this November. What do you mean?
You're right.
Hey, Mitch.
These are valid points.
These are.
And I don't know if Will Smith Hockey would know that Project Hail Mary's getting a second book.
See, and my thing is, and this is me stereotyping them, I just feel like they would be guys who enjoy reading about space. You know, like he bakes,
I agree.
he book clubs. He is, in all essence, a girl's guy.
I also could see them enjoying
in hobby, not in spirit.
Yeah, how Project Hail Mary was written. It was a very enjoyable book.
Mm-hmm. I could see
that. I know nothing about space, and I don't really care to know much more about space.
God, you know what I want to watch so bad?
What?
Ready or Not 2. You don't even know it because it's a horror flick, and it would have to be something that I go watch alone. The cast is insane. They have got Dr. Abbott, you know, Shaughnessy. They have got
Abbott.
Samara Weaving, which I know her from the Australian soap opera Home and Away. And yes, of course, I watched multiple seasons of that show on YouTube illegally, I think.
Probably. Knowing you, probably.
Yes. They've got Catherine. What's her name? It's Catherine. She was from that Netflix show where they were on a bus and they time traveled, and then The Society. She's from The Society.
That show is so good, and I'm so pissed it didn't get a second season. Remember.
And most importantly, they've got Buffy in that movie. The Buffy. The Sarah Michelle Gellar. Is it Gellar Michelle? It's not. It can't be.
I wish I liked horror.
It's very slashery.
Pass.
Hold, please.
I have to be in a very, very specific. I don't really like
You've
horror.
never been in that movie. Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I like some hauntings. Some scary hauntings.
Like what?
There was one that I watched about the house. This family moved into a house. They thought there were tunnels, and people were like killing children to stay young and stuff. And then I remember specifically, I'm pretty sure we watched that one together. I remember specifically being on a wedding in the middle of nowhere, Georgia, and surrounded by woods, and watching a horror movie because the bride wanted to, which I didn't want to be there in the first place. And
that's on you. You agreed to that.
I did agree to it.
And you honored it, so I don't want to hear anything about it.
And I honored it. And I looked so good in that dress. I felt incredible.
We really need to get back on track if you don't mind.
Anyways. Speaking of horrors, let's go to the comment section of one of the TikToks that you posted.
The one that I posted?
Just where someone was like, bandwagon fan.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say something really quick. Everybody at some point is a bandwagon fan. Everybody gets into a sport or a musical artist or anything by seeing something, saying, I like them, I want to learn more about that. Everybody's a bandwagon fan at some point, so fuck off.
Also, you're not going to intimidate me. They also didn't reply, because I replied and was like, I mean, we manifested the Habs to playoffs, so I'm not really sure who you're referring to as a bandwagon fan.
I'm also like,
still waiting on a response.
Oh no, I'm like, did supporting the same team as you. I'm buying merch that helps financially fund the same team as you. How dare I?
Did you feel big and strong?
Oh, you feel big and strong.
No.
Okay.
Playoff confirmed. In the Atlantic Division, we have Tampa Bay, we have Buffalo, which, hell yeah. We love to see it.
Ever since
in my days, I did not know that was possible for them to go to playoffs.
Ever since heated rivalry started shitting on Buffalo, they've been popping off ever since.
Love to see it. Our sweet Habs, our Angels.
Yes.
In the Metro Division, we have the Canes, and then recently, as of last night, the Penguins. Hence, my Penguins rep.
Yeah, it's the first time. Everybody at the beginning of the season.
3-year drought ended.
Yeah, they were gonna be like they were missing 4 seasons. I'm pretty sure I said something about it, but they made it.
I mean, every time they've gotten injured, I'm like, well, that's a wrap. And then Sidney Crosby's like, hell no, I'm fine. Don't even worry about it. I'm like, yes, sir, whatever you say. Central Division, Avs, Stars, Wild, Utah. Go Utah.
Period.
And then none are confirmed in the Pacific Division right now.
Yeah, which the Pacific Division kind of sucks.
No, they're like a participation only. Like, you just got to show up. They suck.
Yeah.
Eliminated from the playoffs in the Atlantic Division, we have the Leafs and the Panthers. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Metro Division, Devils and Rangers. Period.
Not shocked.
Central, Blackhawks. No one's surprised.
No.
Maybe next year, Connor. We believe in you if they stop trading away literally every asset to the team. And then in the Pacific Division, the Canucks and the Flames. No freaking surprises there.
Did you say the Panthers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The Panthers are in the Atlantic Division, so they got eliminated with the Maple Leafs.
Because I'm so excited that the Panthers are not there.
I think we're really all excited that there's not going to be a Kachuk playoffs because
I don't know.
I won't have to hear about it every 2 fucking seconds.
The Senators are making a bid for the wild card spot. But we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. Did you see
Brady Kachuk got open palm slapped a couple weeks ago. That is not playoff material.
Well, the rest of the team is, granted, they've never been good in playoffs. So we'll see. But did you see Sidney Crosby in the penalty box and an American fan was chirping him about, oh, you went to the Olympics and you only got silver. Team USA won gold. Ha ha ha, Team USA. And he turned to him and he said, yeah, but I've got 2 golds. How many do you have?
Period. Period. And I know Dada. I know my papa.
I only have one more note.
I stand 10 toes and 10 fingers down for Sidney Crosby. And if you have a bad word to say about him, you better keep it to yourself.
I'm going to repeat this to you, but I'm going to cut it out because why was my first thought? My last note, have you seen the NHL follow tracker?
I've seen a little bit about it. Can't say I care. I'm 27.
No, I just think it's hilarious because I believe it's the Atlantic. It is doing a tracker of who in the NHL is following who's unfollowing people, and a player who I'm not going to name names because I don't know names. A player was like, come on, bro. It's hindering our ability to pick up girls online.
What a fucking loser.
And it just made me giggle because we track who people follow. We don't track who people follow.
Every playoffs with the WAG jackets, we are in your followers.
Yeah.
And we are seeing who you are following to see if we can respect you or not.
Yes, that's
Slav,
the big thing.
not Slav. Arbor? I am looking at you, you whore.
And if my boyfriend was following, no.
Hell nah.
Hell no. So if you want to learn a little bit more about your favorite player, I highly suggest going and looking at who they follow on Instagram because it is
very telling.
It is insane.
And am I judging those girls? No. Get your bag, pay your bills, whatever.
They're praying.
I'm judging the men.
They're gaining money off of men not being able to control themselves.
Off of men being weak bitches.
And I respect the hell out of it.
Bitches in the derogatory.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
That's all I have.
We've been talking almost an hour.
45 minutes, girl.
Yeah.
So we had planned on doing unknown stories or untold stories. I can't remember what the name of it is, actually.
I mean, both are viable.
Yeah. I had 2, but I think we really only have time for 1.
Let's see.
So pick a number 1 or 2.
2.
I'm going with number 1. Because it's shorter.
Just say 2. It's our podcast. We can go a little late.
Well, I just meant like...
We'll see where we're at after the end of 1.
I had 2, and I wanted you to pick which one we were going to do.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. This one might be too short, so we might have time for the second one. This might just be a long episode, which is fine because...
We're feeding you from last week where we gave you nothing.
Yeah. I want to talk about Taro Tsujimoto. We're going with Taro, though, because... we're on a first-name basis. How about that? Instead?
My dear close and personal friend,
My close and personal friend, Taru. This story actually takes place May 1974.
Okay.
So we're going back. It's at the NHL draft. But for a little bit of world building and context, you might know the Toronto Maple Leafs used to be really, really great.
Allegedly.
They were a dynasty franchise throughout the 40s and the 60s, and they won 10 Stanley Cups in 25 years. They've only won 13 in franchise history. So
be a damn shame if they were to revitalize that.
It'd be a damn shame. Punch Imlach was the head coach and general manager from 1958 to 1969 during 4 of those cup wins. He butt heads with a lot of people, though, including Stafford Smythe, who was the owner of the team. And at one point, he even refused to hire a different head coach so he could just focus on being a GM because he was like, I got this.
And did he have it?
In 1969, just 2 seasons after their last Stanley Cup win. So the Leafs have not won a cup since 1967. So this was still to this day. So this was 2 years after that cup. Punch was fired from the Maple Leafs. So no,
turns out he couldn't do it all.
He couldn't really do it all. This might be ringing some kind of bells because Tim Horton was playing for the Leafs at this time. The Tim Horton of Tim Hortons.
Cracked out car crash, I remember.
Yes, he was playing for Toronto at this time, and he said, if this team doesn't want Imlock, then I guess they don't want me. And he was traded to the Rangers.
Yuck.
Yep. Now,
stand with your man, but at what cost?
Yeah, the Maple Leafs have been somewhat competitive, but not like they were back then.
Mm-mm.
So Punch was then picked up by the Buffalo Sabres for their inaugural season in 1970. And as a note, the Canucks were also founded in this expansion. And they had offered him a position, and he didn't go there. He went to Buffalo.
He knew they'd be cursed.
And Tim Horton went to Buffalo and kind of followed him there in 1972.
Just wild to me to remember that he's a person.
Yeah.
And specifically how he died.
Yes, and he died when he was playing for Buffalo, driving from Toronto to Buffalo.
Yeah, wasted and on a couple substances.
Yeah, his death is insane. We talked
fleeing
about it
from the authorities.
We talked about it in our original Toronto franchise recap. It's kind of crazy. So, that's a bit
Think about that next time you eat your Timbits.
That's a bit of like backstory on Punch and how he ended up with Buffalo. So, it's 1974.
Okay.
The NHL draft is a long and grueling process now, but back then, without modern technology, you can only imagine, they had to just basically wait on the phone to ring and just answer the phone, and they were communicating through phone.
Absolutely not.
Isn't that insane? So in the 11th round of the draft, which was a 3-day event, which it still is, but it was announced that Buffalo Sabres were drafting Taro Tsujimoto. Tsujimoto? I feel like that's right.
Okay.
Taru, my close and personal friend, from Tokyo, with the Tokyo Kintanas, 183rd overall. He was listed at 5'9", 165 pounds, and a left-handed center.
A perfect Habs player.
So, truly.
Is he younger than 26? Straight to Montreal.
Yep, which he was drafted in the 11th round, so probably never going to play. But why do we care about an 11th round draft pick?
Because he's our close and personal friend.
Okay. Ahead of the 1975 season, reporters and scouts were trying to figure out, like, who is this kid? They hadn't heard of him. In Asia, scouting wasn't really a thing for the NHL yet. And it wasn't until the training camp ahead of this 1975 season that it was exposed that Taru was not a real person.
What?
Punch and Paul Wheeland, who was the Sabres PR director, got bored during the draft and decided to plan a little joke on the NHL.
Shut up.
So, because scouting wasn't a big thing in Asia, it really wasn't a thing at all, nobody caught that the Tokyo Kintanas are not a real team. He is not a real person. Even the Sabres ownership didn't know because they vowed between the two of them to never tell anybody.
Oh my God. But my close and personal friend is actually my imaginary friend?
Yep.
Taro, when were you going to tell me?
Are you schizophrenic?
Is he here?
He's right there.
How dare you?
The team had even set up a locker for him at the training camp with number 13 because they had no ID. No
13,
idea.
my lucky number.
Which, honestly, 13 being the number is kind of...
Love it.
I kind of do love that.
All of this is iconic.
Yeah.
My God, what a whimsy. What was his zodiac sign?
I have no idea, actually. In Tokyo, Katanas is actually translated to Tokyo Sabres.
Oh my God.
And there's actually jerseys. So Buffalo still made jerseys with his last name on it and number 74 across the back.
So at what point did he be like, This is a joke.
No, to this day, they make those jerseys.
Shut up.
For the love of the game. Fans will sometimes break out into chants of Taro.
Oh my God.
They refer to him, the Sabres franchise, to this day, as well as the fans, as the hardest working invisible player in hockey.
And period. And one thing I know about my close and personal friend Taro is that he is very hardworking.
Yeah, and if you
just don't see it.
And if you go to the alumni sections of any Buffalo Sabres anything, Taro is listed.
Yeah, he's a franchise player.
Yeah, and
he's actually my hero.
They love to say players come and go, but Taro is forever.
Taro is forever.
Yeah. Now, this was a funny little snippet of an article that I read about it because
I cannot believe that he's not real.
Which this is a well
Which makes sense.
Yeah, this is a well-known story, but like we never knew.
This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Yeah. And I thought I knew our close and personal friend.
It's our close and personal friend.
And we all know how good he is at his job.
Yeah. But this is a snippet that made me giggle when I was reading an article of a guy talking about it. And he said, while the league wasn't amused by Emlock's shenanigans, it must not have bothered the Leafs since they brought him back 5 years later, just in time for him to dismantle the team.
Okay, passive aggressive. What a fucking read.
And that's Taro.
If I read that, I'd be like, I'm gonna go cry now.
And that's Taro.
They brought him back just in time to ruin this franchise. We have never recovered.
Nope. And really haven't. Was he wrong?
Hey, it's a culture problem. We all know it.
Yeah, and it's not even necessarily the culture of the team. It's the culture of the fans.
Maybe if they had drafted Taro, we wouldn't have this predicament because Buffalo's going to the playoffs. And the only place you're going is vacation.
I just love that Buffalo was like, or that Punch was like, it'd be funny if we made up someone.
I love it.
And it would have never gone public unless scouts were like, hey, where is this guy? And he had to finally say.
I need to look for his merch immediately.
Yeah. You can see fans wearing it at games.
Okay. Second story.
Okay. This is also Japanese themed.
Love it.
This is also a well-ish known story. We've just never fully dove into it. This is the Yakuza scheme that allegedly was being run out of Tampa Bay Lightning.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Scared me.
Sorry, that's Marla's dinner.
I wonder if you're going to be able to hear it.
I don't know where he is because he ain't in there.
He's pouting from his shot.
Marlo!
I just want to pet your face.
Weird.
Did you get out in the garage?
He could be.
We'll investigate after.
We'll find him later.
So this also takes place.
Last place I saw him was asleep in my curtains, and that was a couple hours ago.
Ditto.
He could be just in REM cycle.
He probably is. My dream date.
Same.
So
Yakuza.
Back to 1992. First of all, I did not have an appropriate understanding of Yakuza, just as a whole thing.
You don't read as much mafia gang history as I do.
It's true. I do not.
You're gonna want to fix that. That didn't look good.
I felt that it looked weird, and then I look at you and you're going.
I was like, she's gonna hate that.
Also, yes, I got a haircut.
Yes, she did.
And it's dyed, thank God.
It's not a cry for help. There's no bangs.
No, this was before things really went to hell.
The thing is, you did look really good when things were going to hell in a handbasket. Fresh hair.
Fresh hair. I literally had a fresh haircut. It was still curled from the salon, and then I was just sobbing.
So the Yakuza.
The Yakuza, 1992. The Tampa Bay Lightning are founded as an expansion team by the brothers Phil and Tony Esposito, both Hockey Hall of Famers, and Kokusai Green, which is a golf course and resort business run out of Japan. The corresponding expansion team was the Senators. I only say that because I'm going to bring it up in a little bit as well. Now, the Kokusai Green was led by Takashi Okubo, This is so hard for me as someone who cannot pronounce names, but I felt like I did that pretty well.
I think you did too.
Phil Esposito was the general manager. Tony Esposito was the chief scout. And Kokusai Green was primarily a silent partner. You might remember they were so silent that neither of the Esposito brothers had ever met them.
Yep, I do.
Nor had any NHL officials, and they had never, in their 7 years of ownership, attended a single game. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it begs the question, why invest so much money in an NHL team if you have no interest in it?
I can't speak to it because I'm middle class.
I would love
the opportunity to invest.
I'm not going to lie to you. At one point, I'm going to talk about it. I was like, buying an NHL team in the 90s wasn't that expensive. It was only 80 to 100 million. And then I was like, happy BFFR.
As if we've ever seen that kind of money in our lives or ever will.
No. One time at work, we got a check in the mail for $2 million. And I was like, I don't want to hold it. You got to go deposit this immediately.
My poor eyes can't lay sight upon it. Like, I can't look at this.
No. Okay, so Tampa Bay was pretty competitive their first season. What?
Still are. Going to playoffs.
They are now. I wouldn't say still are because it wasn't very consistent.
They were pretty good last season. Well, I just narrowly missed it. Now they've got Yanni Gor. Oh, my kitten. He is awake. He's not in the garage.
Just let me read like 4 more lines.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
They were very competitive off the bat, broke a ton of records for expansion teams, and then their second season, they were last in the division.
It'd be like that.
And they did not make the playoffs until 1996.
The Kings can get with that.
That's so mean.
But it's also true.
Why would I am?
But is it not accurate?
Every day, Lauren, I look up who are the
I
Kings?
am a San Jose Shark fan. I don't know who you're talking to about suffering.
Valid. At least Joel's vibes are good.
Our vibes are amazing.
Yeah.
We've got a fucking book club.
Things really started to take a turn for Tampa Bay in the 98-99 season after...
Birth year. Just have to speak on it. Anytime I hear a 98, I'm making it about
I was born then.
I was born in October of that year.
They made some ill-advised trades. A lot of their top players were injured, battling injuries, missing 40, 50 games a season.
The Devils can relate.
Yeah, they really can. And by the end of the season, their star players were either injured, traded, free agents, or retired.
See the Panthers.
They lost 55 games that season.
God. Why would you even bother to show up other than to get your paycheck?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, fans wanted someone to blame. Understandably so. It naturally fell on the owners of the organization, the Esposito brothers and Kokusai Green. This was even further pushed because there were rumors swirling after a Sports Illustrated article came out hinting at Kokusai Green being a Yakuza scheme.
Mind your business.
And so they were like, you're running our team into the ground and you're stealing money from us. Inside of the office, the management offices, nobody knew who they answered to. They didn't know if they answered to the Esposito brothers. They didn't know if they answered to Kokusai Green. They
Basically,
didn't know
your first accounting job.
No, I literally have a note. I've worked for a family-owned company where nobody knew who to answer to, and none of the people in charge knew who answered to who, and it was horrible. I could not get out of there fast enough.
You took too long for my liking.
I took too long for my liking.
I can't say anything. Look at where I've worked for 7 years.
That's true. Now, let's take a step back and talk about what is a Yakuza, because this was fascinating to me. I thought the Yakuza scheme, I thought it was like a Yakuza scheme. I thought it was one mafia. No. It is not one organization, but essentially refers to any organized crime in Japan, primarily within families.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of mafias, but it's not one single thing. Now, Yakuza is not illegal in Japan.
No.
Which I did not know. And they have laws that limit their reach, But overall, it's not illegal to be part of a Yakuza. They even have like very public, clearly labeled offices. They have business cards. There's even fan magazines about them. And Japan allows it because they say like making laws against it would just force them underground. Like it's not going to stop them. They're just going to hide it from us. Which is just crazy to me. I read that and I was like, what?
I mean, do you think that the mafias are gone
in this country? Very active.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, there he is.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello. If you're wondering how Marlo is coping without Cooper.
Thriving.
I think he thinks that Cooper died.
He definitely does. He knew that it was coming. Anyways, about the Yakuza.
Anywho, I have a quote from EBSCO, EBSCO. It's an acronym for something. I don't know what. But it says, unlike many organized crime syndicates, Yakuza members often retain visible presence, engaging in community activities and charitable work while simultaneously conducting criminal enterprises. The Yakuza structure is familial? That's a crazy word.
Familial.
Yes, this is not a spelling competition, though.
I just want to make sure that was the proper use. Like, God forbid I use my AP English for good, you know?
As someone who, at a very young age, spelled of in front of an entire class, OVE, and my teacher laughed at me and made fun of me.
Look, I misspelled throughout in the spelling bee of 3rd grade, and I've never recovered.
It's a family thing, and they have historically been involved in alliances with other global criminal organizations, though recent government crackdowns have shifted their methods. Despite ongoing violence, conflicts between rival factions, large-scale wars have become less common due to increased legal penalties. Now, the visibility of them is primarily due to their tattoos. They get very specific tattoos. And if you've been to Japan, which I have not, but I have
love to.
I have watched so many things about traveling to Japan.
It's so expensive.
If you go,
it's so expensive.
It's expensive to get there for sure. A big reason why Japanese bathhouses, saunas, spas, gyms, and pools have banned tattoos, anybody with tattoos, is because Yakuza members are primarily the ones with tattoos. It's not a cultural thing in Japan other than Yakuza. And it's to keep them out so that they're not committing crimes in the bathhouses and gyms.
Can you imagine?
I can.
I watch Peaky Blinders, so I can.
Yeah. Fun fact, in order to join a Yakuza, there is a 12-page entrance exam. And they test your knowledge of criminal restrictions and history of Yakuzas, which I just think is insane.
I like it. It's educational.
I do too. I'm like, even in their
our
crime,
they have a
leg up on us in education.
Even in our crime, they are educated.
Yeah.
They are sophisticated, kind of.
Yep. And punishment for serious offenses in Yakuza is self-amputation.
Hell yeah.
So like
I believe in it.
So it's
Old Testament.
It's half your finger kind of thing.
Look, in a different life.
The history of that is because they start with the pinky, and it's because back in the like samurai days, if you had to cut your pinky off, you couldn't wield a sword as well. And so you would be more likely to lose in battle, which is fair because you fucked up originally. You
don't want to get me talking about history.
The older I get, the more I'm like, history.
What do you know about a Roman suicide? I'll speak on it later.
Back to like Kokusai Green and Tampa Bay and all of this specific Yakuza allegedly.
Hypothetically speaking. You know, I'm not a history book, but this could or could not have happened.
Yeah. Kokusai Green and specifically, what's his name? Takashi Okubo this is not the only instance where they have been like, oh, I think they are affiliated with organized crime, because in a lawsuit filed by Mark Gannis at one point in time, who was a developer for Kokusai Green, he called Okubo a gangster. Granted, I'm also like, are you just racist? So
hard to say.
a lot of Yakuzas are money laundering.
I mean, like, a Yakuza is to gang. You know, like, they are similes.
Yeah.
Essentially.
It is. Primarily, they're, like, money laundering. So, it seemed further back that Kokusai Green was money laundering because of rumors of bankruptcy in the near future for the Lightning. Keep in mind, this team was competitive, but not very lucky. During the 94-95 season, because I don't know what the fuck this number is. It's like during the 94-94 season.
Must have been.
94-95 season, the IRS investigated them and almost put a tax lien on them for $750,000 in back taxes.
The Penguins can relate.
The Penguins can't. The
Penguins wrote to gangsters as bankruptcy is to the Penguins. I couldn't think of a non-offensive comparison earlier, but that led me into one.
And Forbes put out an article stating that the Lightning's debt was 236% of their value.
So what they do, like, go get a college degree?
Only in the U.S. So they went up for sale.
That happens.
Obviously. Their asking price was $230 million.
That's cheap.
In this time period, though, in the 90s, the average NHL team, depending on competitiveness, was 80 to 100 million. So this was significantly more than that.
This was basically, our housing crisis. You'll get a home that was made for like $60K in the 90s or whatever. They'll be selling that thing for $500,000.
Yeah.
That's essentially what this is. And you're like, for what? Poor plumbing?
Yeah. For the
bad
asbestos
roof?
that I'm going to have to fix.
The creaky floors?
So for the sake of comparison of, was it logical for them to be going bankrupt at this point in time, or should they have had more money than they actually had in the bank? Like, what was there money laundering going on here? The Ottawa Senators had only been slightly more successful. So in the first 10 seasons, the Lightning won 31% of their games, which is not great. The Senators had won 36%. So the Senators were slightly better than the Lightning, but not by much. And the Senators filed for bankruptcy in 2003 for the first time. So it's pretty on par. Like, I don't really think that there's much going on. But the Lightning saving grace did come in the form of Art Williams. I don't know why I'm reaching out for you, as if you would let me touch you, even if you were near.
That's as close as you can get. That's okay. That's nice.
That's nice.
I'm fine with that.
Art Williams, who was an insurance tycoon and a motivational speaker, and he had owned an NHL, not an NFL team, Canadian football.
CHL?
CFL.
I don't know. I don't
CFL?
even watch I don't even watch NFL football.
No. So he had experience. He bought the team. They were $102 million in debt.
God.
And he bought the team regardless, got rid of the debt, and his first act as owner was $6 million worth of raises going out to the staff. So people loved him. He helped turn the franchise around and create the foundation for the franchise that we see now that is very consistently competitive.
And philanthropic.
Now,
where can I get one?
Now, Takashi Okubo tried in 2005 to claim $300 million in a bankruptcy filing from Market XT Holding. The courts were like,
nah, fam.
They were like, no, you're not getting $300 million. And Kokusai Green did go bankrupt themselves in 2006.
God.
So there's really no like confirmation or denying being a part of a Yakuza. It's kind of up to your interpretation. I don't think that they were. If they were, they weren't a very good one because everything went bankrupt.
That doesn't mean they weren't, though.
It doesn't mean they weren't.
They could have just been a bad one.
They could have just been bad. And honestly, they never came.
For the whimsy of it, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, for the whimsy of it, I would love to say yes. For the whimsy of it.
They wouldn't be the first Ponzi scheme gang to be affiliated with an NHL team.
For the whimsy of it, this is the story I'm building. Completely fictional, right?
World building. Lay it on me.
They are in Japan. They've never come to the U.S. They don't give a fuck about the Lightning. They just put the money down so that they can put the money down. And then someone else reached out to them and said, we will pay you this much money if you run this team into the ground.
Yeah.
And that is where that came from. Because they're in Japan. They're running their own crimes over there.
Now, in this reality, who do you think? Because in my reality, it's got to be, allegedly, hypothetically, the Panthers that are like, run this team into the ground. Battle of Florida.
When did the Panthers
close the case.
established?
You think I know fuck all about them
other
than the fact that I'm glad that they aren't here?
I've got it. I have it
printed out.
I would like to say that it is the Maple Leafs. Strictly because that's the first team I saw.
Well, they know a thing or two about running a team into the ground, don't they?
They do. They probably
It's kind of their specialty.
Tips. Yeah. But I'll also like to say, fun fact, Kokusai Green was in ownership along with the Esposito brothers when Manon Rheaume became the first woman to play in the NHL for Tampa Bay. So
love to see it.
Tampa Bay constantly paving ways. So
Tampa Bay
it's up to you.
listening.
Do you think that there was a Yakuza scheme going on? Also, did you learn something about the Yakuza? Because I certainly did.
I'm just trying to see when this team was founded. I mean, they were founded in 93. So they were around at this time. Mm-hmm. And no one can tell me that they didn't.
The Panthers do have a lot of money.
Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? You know, these are questions we have to answer.
These are questions. And you know what? I'm going to answer them as fact.
Anyways.
The money went to the Yakuza. And it came from the Norrises.
My Norrises? They could.
They could.
They definitely could.
They needed.
Allegedly.
They needed.
Allegedly, they could have. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've lost the plot, so we'll see you next episode.
Yes, next
to
episode.
Do draft picks.
Yes. Nope. Playoff predictions.
That's correct.
We'll be back with NHL, with
MNHL,
and PWHL playoff predictions. And just remember, they are not going to be grounded in much reality.
Mine are grounded in the reality in which I choose to live in.
You are in a universe. You think you fell out of a coconut tree?
We'll see you next episode.
Bye.
What's the time? Wait, what's the time?
1:17.
Yes, I said 1:17. I said 1:17. No, play it back. I said 1:17 and you said 1:20. I'm right.